I was eating candy.
We're like 1 minute late.
No, we're 1.5 minutes.
1.5?
And then after I ate the candy, I had to swish my mouth with milk. So hopefully there's no nuts in my teeth. Ooh, that washcloth is not super white. Hold on.
What washcloth?
There we go.
The one that's been being used for dishes?
We live here. You guys, welcome to our thrift haul. If you're new here, we go live every Saturday night at 8:30. We show you what we bought, we tell you what we paid, and what we're gonna sell it for. A lot of people like to shop along, so Caitlin is on here. She's gonna drop links as we talk about things, so be sure to watch the live chat. You can also go to jrvhome.com and then just click the Saturday Night Thrift Haul and you can see what's available for sale.
So I was half tempted to call this like a French country look because a lot of it's got like some ornate stuff happening, some good chippy paint, a lot of glass, some metal mixed in, you know, but I didn't. I just called it the one store thrift haul because you only went to one store today, right?
I pretty much only go to one store every week.
So I was down in Richfield, Utah today for Super State Wrestling Tournament with Redrick. We left at 5 a.m. this morning, and it may have affected his ability to wrestle good.
It affected his ability to handle.
He was a little emotional today.
He went to Super State, which is harder than regular state, and it's only his third tournament. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, his third tournament this year. They haven't had a lot of tournaments because of the situation.
Turtle went down the bee pipe. I'm gonna need more milk.
Anyway, this was $3. I don't know if Caitlin's already linked this. It's just, I would call this like a metal pressed tin like medallion. It's got hanging hardware. You can hang it vertically or landscape or horizontal, whichever you prefer.
$14.95 is what it's gonna be. She's linking stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So Redrick is only his second year in wrestling, but they only really got like a half a season this year because of the situation. So,
not even half. They didn't even have any duels or anything.
And wrestling's super competitive. You guys, they start in pre-K here. Pre-K, like the kids are out of diapers and then they're on the wrestling mat. I'm not even sure they're all potty trained. It's intense. So I just like, keep it up, dude, because if you don't, then you ain't never got to get a chance. I don't even know how Harrington wrestled only 2 years in high school and got a college scholarship because it's intense here.
So if you hurt Harrington, which is like a thing that happens in wrestling, it makes him tougher and harder to beat, and so I feel like he had that going for him. Redrick's a softie.
He's a sweetheart, but he's tough. So, all right, so we paid $5 for this. I'm actually not going to paint it because it's like this chippy yellow color, probably done by the factory.
It's got some mustardy effect going on.
Yeah.
It does have hanging hardware on this too. This was $5 at the thrift store.
Yeah, a little bit more than the last one, but like I said, I'm not going to paint it because it's already got a good chippy patina, and a lot of people really love the mustard yellow. So really no reason to paint that one. I don't know how much it's going to cost because I haven't seen the link. And every time I flip off, then Caitlin drops it. So I'll let you guys know in a second.
Okay. Here's the big, I'm showing all the big stuff first so I can get it out of the way. This was only $8. It's huge.
Only $8, but it's going to be a big mamma jamma to ship. Oh, $12.95, and that cutout already sold.
Oh, the mustard or the yellow one?
It was a little less expensive because I didn't have to paint it.
Gotcha.
So this one is going to be kind of spendy because A, it's ginormous. So even though we like charge a certain amount for shipping, it's going to cost more than that because it's big. And B, because it's really cool. So I'm thinking this one will paint it probably somewhere in the apothecary family with white wax because I think it would look good, especially if you distress it and get some of that detail.
I could hide back behind this. You could use it like
a shield?
Decor camouflage. I'm just gonna chill
My
out.
phone is behind the times. There we go. $59.95 for that one.
All right. And
let's talk about the clock in the room.
Up front, well, we have two clocks. There's one there, but this one is particularly awesome.
We're not doing nothing to this.
$8 clock.
Retailed for $45.95. Looks brand new, like it did on the shelf. I know how much it retailed for because the sticker's still on the back.
Who knows how old that sticker is?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks like it's from Taipan. I shop enough that I recognize the sticker. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Why is my $29.95? So less than retail, but more obviously than thrifted. But yeah, I think that's a good deal because it's super cute.
And when we, sometimes we price things because we know we're going to do a lot to them and they need a lot of work. And other times we're just like, yeah, grab that because we can just sell that as is.
Remy, $59 does not include shipping because that will probably cost somewhere around $35 to $40 depending on where it's going. And at $59.95, we only, I think shipping at that level is like $22.95. Anyways, so.
The trouble with shipping it is it's fragile and it's big.
Yeah, so it requires a lot of packaging. So in case you guys don't know, when I am like pricing things that we're putting up on the website, sometimes if it's really, really big, I will take into account the fact that like we will charge shipping and I adjust it accordingly. So if you guys are resellers, make sure you know how much it's gonna cost to ship stuff because sometimes I don't realize it and all the people that love my stuff are back east. And so because we're in Utah, it costs so much more to ship back east. So I have to like do this crazy math. Anyways, it's fun times.
All right. We've had a pair of these before. I thought that they were unique, one of a kind, and here we go again. Maybe someone bought them and then took them back.
No, last time it had more. Remember, it had one here and one there.
Yeah, they had a double.
It was a big one and it was just one, and now we got two, but these come off.
Yep.
So you can make them appear like that.
So if you just want like, you know, just regular casual candlelight dining, and then you can like light up the
fancy
room.
dining. So these are $44.95 and I paid $15 for the pair. These did come from the collectibles at the thrift store, so it's under the glass. And that stuff's always a little bit more expensive. But I thought the pair for $15 was a good deal. And
They're
a pair is hard to find.
They're like, I want to say they're brass, but I'm not quite sure if they are.
It is good, Leslie, that you live in the Northwest. It helps even out life for us. Alright. Bass wife, not me, I'm in New England. Don't worry, I will ship you stuff wherever you live. Well, I mean, there's some countries it's illegal. And we're not currently shipping to UK, but that's only because of Brexit and the new tax situation.
Yeah, tell them to knock it off so we can ship to you guys again.
We just got to figure that out, and then we'll be back to shipping to the UK.
So this lid is copper.
It is.
And if it's not copper...
No, it is.
Because
look.
Yeah, it's got to be
says,
copper.
It's from the original large copper top jar, $24.97.
There you go.
And I paid, does it have a tag on it? I think I paid like $4 or $5 for that. I would call this a large pickle jar size. And I sold it for $22.95. So I think I did pretty good because it's a big Mama Jamma. And I love that somebody bought it without maybe even knowing how giant it was.
Yeah, it's big.
Good. And it's got a few bubbles in the glass, which I love. And there's actually this like bubble detail in the bottom. That's pretty good too.
It's got a few texture details going on.
It's gonna need some Jean love, little Dawn, little lemon oil, because it definitely sat on the top of somebody's kitchen cabinets. How do I know that? So I've been cleaning off my kitchen cabinets.
Yeah, if you've been wondering where we're at, we're like still not up to our regular video schedule yet because we have got to get out of the house. Like last day is tomorrow, and we're mostly there. We got like some stuff to pick up out of the living room.
Let me share a tip. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but when I get on a project, I'm like a dog with a bone, and I gotta get it done. And so one of the things that I've really taken to heart is the bright red stains from my children. Some of them that are like 6 years old. And so I went on Pinterest because that's where you find all good cleaning tips. And if you mix peroxide with Dawn dish soap and you scrub like a crazy person,
it's getting the stain out.
It's getting the stain out. I mean, it's a lot. I'm having to pass it a lot.
Odelia was like, I'm sorry for the Jolly Rancher that's on my floor that somehow got water on it.
It was not a Jolly Rancher. It was like, I think it was hair dye. It was like bright red. I don't know what it was, but it's coming out. So if you guys have bad stains, I'll share later. I'll share the ratio, or just go on Pinterest.
I'm ready to just put like a small rug over it, like a little scatter rug, and be like, I don't know what's under that. What's under that?
Grambo Barbasol works for nail polish. I have used that. It's really good too.
Okay, are these a set? Are these not a set? Also, I saw this, and I don't know if this is how this came, but I was like, you know what? I had a cloche top that wouldn't fit on any jars in the thrift store, but this would have worked out. Like you could have.
That is a set. See the bottom? Mm-hmm. How much is the top?
Yeah, it's etched.
It's for fancy butter, I think.
Like
round butter. It is a set. I'm selling it as a set.
Is this all a set? Okay.
So I bought it in 2 sets. So I paid $7 for each set, so $14 total. I don't know where it is, and I think I put it up for $44.95 for the set of 4. 3 of the 4 are etched glass. And then this one has like a silver top and a silver rim. So originally I think these 2 are matching and these 2 are not, but I think that they're so cute together.
Yeah, this one is etched very similar to this one. And honestly, I don't know, like this isn't etched. This is like,
Maybe not.
this is probably not a set, but someone did a good job.
You know what? I bet you these are not, because look how big the knob is on this one and how dainty it is on that one. But the etching is on the same one. I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Jean says, I wish Windex worked for me. Jean, I will give you my ratios of peroxide to Dawn dish soap because it is life-changing. I'm also so glad that we have this much carpet in the house. Can I tell you? I don't care how much I have to do to these wood floors. Carpet is not my friend.
I missed their name, but someone said this butter dish is from Princess something or other.
Deb says I used to have that little butter dish. So that's what I thought it was, a butter dish.
Okay, I'm moving
I don't know
these
if
to safety.
Caitlin says she doesn't see it. So let me see if I can find that link. Sorry. Caitlin, or Deb's moving those. You guys, you should tell them the sad story about last week. What have we learned?
I did tell them the sad story on Thursday.
Oh, we did?
Or Wednesday. I told them Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh, that's...
I dropped a jar, a box. So I'll tell it again real quick. I was hauling last week's thrift haul out, and there was a moving box that had the bottom was not, it had been compromised, and I did not know that. I was like 10 steps away from the car, and the bottom fell out right on the driveway, and several pieces of glass from last week's thrift haul broke, and we had to send some sad emails.
And some refunds. I found it, Caitlin, it's under small set of apothecary jars. I'll go ahead and drop the link for those. They're $42.95. I was off by $2. Here we go. Oh, she already found it. Well, anyways, there you go. Yeah, carpet is not fun with pets or children.
Yeah, I would
You don't
say,
need pets to go to the bathroom on your carpet. Your kids will do
honestly,
that.
I would say kids will leave worse stains. You might have more smell with pets, but the kids will stain it with like all the food they try.
The couch and you're like, what's that?
Huge cloche. How much was this? This is
$10.
sometimes you get these and they're kind of like really thin and fragile.
No,
This
it's
is like
good.
a quarter-inch thick. Maybe
Not
like
a quarter, at least, or 3/8.
yeah. I was gonna say an eighth, but it's thicker than an eighth, less than a quarter. We got to go to millimeters now.
I don't know, but it's good. And look at the big knob on the top. It was $10, which is a total steal. Super chat from Leslie, thank you.
Thanks, Leslie.
$49.95, which is actually still really good because this, if I were to buy it wholesale and retail it, I would sell it for at least $69.95 because this is a really great cloche. So I do not ever pass up a close. Robin says magic erasers are awesome. You know who knows that? Who was using that today?
We have stock in magic erasers, I think.
Yeah, but who was using it all over today? Like
Jack.
He loves himself.
Jack
magic eraser.
was like, look at this. It just zings this stuff right off of the floorboards, Dad. He's like, it's zinging it. I'm like, well, you go zing all over the house. And he was
Zing,
like
zing.
hunting little spots all over the floorboards and the walls. So I don't think this is for sale. Jamie got this mug for me.
It's not for sale because
It's like a 32-ounce mug that I am going to enjoy large cups of milk and water because I'm a large guy and I can handle this much milk all in one sitting. Sometimes I have to fill my cup up 3-4 times depending on
I
what
feel
we're
like we
eating.
need a size reference. Do we have a clean one? Okay.
Do we have a big mug?
Yeah.
So this is the mugs I've been using, and I literally
And we
while
love
I'm
these.
while I'm eating dinner, I will fill this up 2 or 3 times. You know, just casually eating dinner and you know whatever. But this might be the solution.
I saw that and I was like, that's Zeb all day long. It was $3. If I was gonna sell it, it'd be at least $12.95. Because it's for you, it's priceless.
Thanks. I'm the guy that doesn't get ice in my 64-ounce drink because I'm gonna drink it before it gets warm. Like,
Yeah.
that's just a thing.
And it's nice, it's got thick glass on the bottom. And you guys, I know I talk about thick glass a lot, but you know why thick glass is important? It's because if it's thin, it breaks. Somebody just mentioned that they needed a new cloche for their Pioneer Woman cake plate.
Oh yeah, those.
You know why?
Those Pioneer Woman
because
ones are so
she
thin.
made it for Walmart. Love Pioneer Woman, but the glass is this thin and it breaks. So thick glass is always better. Thick is better.
Well, and I remember when we got ours, they knew it was breaking because we had one broken in the box when we opened it, and we took it back, and they're like, oh yeah, that happens like
they gave us
every other
another one, and then it broke just while I was cleaning it, and I took it back, and they had redone, they actually gave me a refund, and then they wound up remaking them. So the newer generation is better,
Yeah.
but when those first came out, it
That
was super,
first run.
super thin.
So
Oh,
these
thanks, Crafty DIYer. It's Denise Parks.
thanks, Denise.
Join Jamie and Zeb's business group. They have helped so much every week with their tips. And Tarnia from Carts and Millie says, just because I love you both. We love you too, Tarnia.
Well, thank you.
All the way in Australia.
You guys are awesome.
Tom says, my bride gets mad at me for drinking fast. As restaurants, I just tell them to bring me the pitcher. Oh my gosh, Tom, it's like you and Zeb are the same person.
I feel like we're merging together. The more I find out about Tom, I'm like, yep. All right, so these are interesting.
So cute. Interesting. I think they're
Well,
cute.
no, like interesting in a good way, not like a. You know how someone's like, you tell someone something and they reply in a text, they're like, wow, and you don't know if that's like a wow or a wow, really.
So these are definitely hand painted, but not like they painted an existing mug, like they painted and fired them, probably at a ceramic studio. They're stoneware, and they have like the prettiest little butterflies on them, and they were 50 cents each. And I have
These
a
are all
really hard
different.
time when I see things at the thrift store that I can tell somebody worked really hard on. I'm like, I have to save that. And I wanted to save them as a set. There was one more, but it didn't have butterflies, so I left it there. Because it just didn't match. But these are all different colored butterflies, and it's a set of 5. So all total, I spent $2.50, and I'm selling it for $20.95. So never underestimate the mugs. I think sometimes at the thrift store, people pass up the mug section thinking they don't need it, but I'm telling you, good mugs, we always wind up selling them.
You got to drink out of something.
Yeah, they're really pretty, and if somebody wanted a set nobody else is going to have, this is it. It's
Well,
not perfect even, like that's kind of why I like it.
Especially right now, the big trend, whether it's farmhouse, modern, whatever it is do you have something handmade that's unique that your neighbor can't also get?
Right, they come home and they'll be like, where you get that? And you're like, it's one of a kind.
Yeah, like these are heirlooms from someone else's family that I got for a steal from Jami Vintage.
Right, and I got the first deal from the thrift store. And ironically, they were not all in the same location. There is an art of thrifting. It's funny because my mom's like, you bought all of that at the same store? And I'm like, listen, I saw lots of people with 1 or 2 things in their cart or nothing, and we were at the same store. I was buying the good stuff because you gotta look low, you gotta look past the ugly stuff, the thing that's broken in half, you gotta dig, you gotta find the parts that go together, and you can really get some good stuff.
All right, we're gonna parade some birds on by you here. This looks like a cardinal to me, but maybe it's a blue jay.
I put blue.
Cardinal.
I put in the listing that we would try to give it out, but no guarantees. Coloring on it is great.
I think this would be, you know, it's cool to have a candle in it. I think just asking for a succulent.
Yeah, so my thought was, listen, can't get the candle in, you just put some dirt in it and you plant in it, done, pretend like the candle doesn't exist, and it is $9.95, and I paid $1.50.
Next up, this is something we don't see a lot. This is a cast iron plate that looks like a doily.
That I think was made for a candle because I popped out some red wax. But I love cast iron. I feel like it's something that stands the test of time. You can paint it if you want to, but I feel like the look is really good.
Well, I think this would be really cool, like next to the sink to hold like your rings or whatever.
It's not storming here, and it's not buffering, and I'm on 5G, so I don't know what's up.
Yeah, it's hard
It's
to
been a
say.
minute. Look, I'm right here. You can hop out and hop back in and try it out. So.
All right, next bird. This is
Hold
a
on, what?
cast iron.
Caitlin didn't put the price on there.
Oh, we didn't get this was $1 for
It
this.
was $1. When she puts it, I'll tell you how much it is because I can't remember. Ooh, can I see your junk? Just bought the plate.
Oh, everybody says they're buffering.
But look, I'm right here. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, super chat. I think it's Sally Bombs Wool. I'm like behind a little bit. Maybe that's why. $19.99. I always look forward to your Saturday night show. Thanks, Sally. We
Thank you.
love you. All right, it was quick buffs. All right.
All right, so this has a cast
$6.95.
iron.
That's how much that was.
This is $6.95. This.
So, fun story about that bird. I went to the collectibles. I bought 8 million things, 1 thing from each cabinet. Then I went to pick it up, and then I bought 3 more things. And they were super nice. They didn't even complain. I have the best collectibles, ladies. And that was one of the things. I didn't know if it was a bell, but I did know it was cast iron.
Yeah, and it rings loud. I'm trying to keep it quiet, and it's almost impossible.
Andrea says, I almost bought the bell. I didn't realize it was cast iron. Yeah, it is awesome, and it's $14.95, and I paid $3 for it. So, and I like bells. I just think they're pretty. Let's see. Connie says she switched to 360 on her resolution, and it stopped buffering. So.
Well, there are quite a few people that just hopped on, so YouTube and their server may be like trying to compensate too. Like we're almost up to 800 people, and we were at 600 a couple minutes ago. So.
Robin said it was buffering, but as soon as people started talking about it, it stopped.
Yeah, the algorithm's like, wait a tick.
Wait a second, we better fix that.
So this is got crazing on it. It's got a family crest. It says Trotter underneath, and there's a piece of chalk in here that is the ringer.
Oh, that's what that is? I was
chalk.
curious.
Well, so I thought it was maybe like clay that hadn't been fired or something.
Yeah.
But then I rubbed my finger on it and it leaves like a chalky residue. So I'm pretty sure it's chalk.
So that
they do that so that it doesn't get that real like pingy chime.
Sound.
You can hear it's kind of more muted and dull.
That was $1, and I'm pretty sure I put it up for $9.95, but we'll see here in a second. I just priced this stuff like an hour ago, and I still, let's see.
So this
$9.95. I was right. Whoop.
This is porcelain, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not plastic, it's not resin, and I don't think it might be plaster. I can't tell because it's painted, but it sounds like porcelain.
Huh. Well, it was painted by KA. Again, I told you when things are hand painted, I can't pass them up. And so I love ducks, and I'm not going to paint this. I'm going to leave it. KA did a good job. How much did I pay for that one?
You paid 50 cents.
50
for this
cents.
duck.
That's a deal. Normally that'd be like $2. I can't remember what I like put it for price wise, but I think $6.95, $8.95, $8.95. Woo!
$8.95. All right, I think that's all. Oh no, we have one
Julia
more.
said that's a cute duck. She's upstairs.
We have one more bird offering. I think we've had this design before. I don't know.
It's probably, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably originally from Hobby Lobby.
But
it's cute.
It's good. I think some of this rust is now original rust, not made to look rusty. It's got a clasp on the lid here, opens up so you can put stuff inside if you want. But the little lacy stuff around the top is nice. Plus bonus, a bird. We love birds.
Yeah, so I don't know where the price tag went on that, but I believe that it was $3 if I am correct on that one. And it's $9.95.
Odelia does not have a drive. I can answer that question. I haven't had much time to teach her how to drive, and she doesn't actually turn 16 until August, so we have time left. All right, cast iron finial here.
Finial sell, you guys, all day long. So if you guys find them and they're cast iron, pick them up. I priced that one a little bit higher than the other one because it's a little taller.
So we have two. This
ornate.
one's a little rusty, smaller. This one's bigger and black.
So $6.95 for the small one and $8.95 for the big one. I don't think, sorry, I was gonna look for a price tag. I think I paid like $1, $2 for them, but they always really sell well for me. So if you guys find cast iron, pick it up.
You can't show your knickknacks. She's like her grandma. She's just got like both her windowsills have like stuff in them. We're like, what is all that?
I have to do a video for your room, and I have to pull a design together. So we gotta like dial in the theme.
Odelia, you're breaking the internet safety rules.
What did she say?
She's giving her birthday.
Oh, Odelia, don't get the birthday. Don't. All right, $6.95 and $8.95. Is the iridescent picture? How tall is it? I just bought it. It's a good sized picture.
Oh yeah, let's show that.
I'll show you guys this.
Let's show some stuff from your side.
Sorry, I should have put measurements in, but Ivy was busy, so I had to put everything up today. And I don't. Oh, that came from Marlene. That's why there's not a price on it.
Oh, so we one thrift store and a picture from Marlene.
Yes, and a picture from Marlene. And I swear I threw a candlestick in from Sue, but the kids didn't bring it inside, so I think it might have like fallen under a chair, which happens. So I think that I can't even remember. Caitlin, did you? I know this is already sold, but how much did I mark that one for? I think it was like $16 or $18.95. I would have paid up to $5 or $6 for it. I love the iridescent part of that. Like, we actually are, the next thing that we have, let's show them these because we're talking about iridescent stuff.
Okay.
It's Allison Biggers. Is SSC Girl, is Allison bigger? Or is there,
So we have a bunch of these. They've been used.
Oh, $16.95 the picture. Thanks, Caitlin. I knew it was 16 or 18.
Can you guys see the? There we go. We're getting it now.
Isn't that cool? Now these do have scratches, and I put that in the listing.
Someone's used a knife or a fork on them.
Can I see your junk? Said, wow, that picture is gorgeous. It is really pretty. I've never seen one like that.
5 of these.
And I'm pretty sure those came from Marlene too. So 5 of those.
Oh, I lied in the title. It's a clickbait title now.
What did you lie?
I just said 1 thrift store.
Well, I did 1 thrift store and 1 back porch.
Okay.
The plates are $18.95 for the set of 5. They do have, like I said, they do have scratches on them, but they're really pretty. And I think that they would be fun to like make some pedestals with.
Couple of wooden candlesticks.
Oh, it is Allison.
These look like that someone let the candle burn down real low.
Low. So I paid $2 each for them. They're solid wood. They've got a really great, like, curvy turn look. Almost like, you know those new modern staircases? They have all the, like, at the ends, they have those situations.
You know what? I take that back. These have been intentionally burned to try to make the hole wider. Someone tried to burn the hole out.
Why would you
Both
do
of
that?
them.
Les,
but it's cool.
Do not be offering stuff to Odelia. She has enough stuff. I'm watching you.
All right, so this gravy.
$18.95, sorry, and those will be painted. I got distracted by Les trying to give Odelia more
Yeah,
knickknacks.
I'll take the comments and we won't. I'm teasing.
How will I know what Les is saying if you take the phone?
I know, right? So these are fun. Nice little square. We don't do square a lot. A lot of times we get candlesticks that are turned, so when we can find them like this, it's a nice change of pace.
Jean specifically told me today we need more candlesticks because like every candlestick we have in the shop has sold almost. And it's because I
haven't been thrifting a lot with you lately, and like if I see candlesticks, I don't know why, I'll just grab them. I'll grab all of them. And she's like, we have a lot of those. I'm like, doesn't matter.
I haven't been seeing a lot of candlesticks and rolling pins. Whoever is taking on my rolling pins, knock it off.
So this gravy boat is cool, and the little tureen or whatever you call this. No, this is the ladle. That's what this is. Those are soup tureens. This is the ladle.
Jean is here, and Odelia is saying she's taking anything Les is offering. Odelia.
I'll take woven baskets.
Eliza, stop it. All right, let's talk about the gravy boat.
We are talking about it.
I don't think that little spoon is original to the piece.
It's a different style, but you know.
This looks hand blown.
They work, oh, for sure.
That's a hand blown ladle. And it's got a little teeny tiny spout right there.
Or
they messed up on the side, but it looks like a spout.
No, that's what that's for. It's for pouring. It's especially since it's on the right side, typically they do that for rain.
Do you want to try to switch to Are we on Wi-Fi?
Is it?
It's really lagging.
It's probably because Odelia's watching. Your parents are probably watching TV. The boys are playing
Xbox.
Are you on 5G? Eliza's on the Wi-Fi.
You better not be on the Wi-Fi and go tell Odelia to get off the Wi-Fi.
I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
Go spread the word. Tell Odelia to get off the Wi-Fi.
What you need to do.
No, you cannot just yell. We're on live TV.
Eliza, go. Why are you arguing?
No, but this is our job. So if you enjoy eating. Thanks, Odelia.
We probably need to get the boys off the Xbox. That's probably what's doing it. They're playing with my sister in Texas.
Les said I wasn't supposed to see that. I see everything, Les.
So we have these fun little pictures. It's usually not a problem, but we have, I mean, it was snowing this morning. I don't know, maybe they got something going down.
These are creamers, they're not pitchers, I don't think. Or it's just
Creamers?
like a single serving pitcher.
Little sauces.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sell them as a pair, and this one is a little bit lighter than that one, but they're the same tone. And I paid $1.
Did someone just say that's when people used to eat less?
What?
Go tell the boys to get off the Xbox.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to be happy about that.
They don't have a choice.
No, Delia, can you keep them happy for like another 20 minutes?
Honestly, Amy says she can't find any candlesticks or rolling pins either. It's probably my fault. All right, I don't know how much those are though. I think
These were $1 each.
$12.95.
We got super distracted by the internet problem.
Hold on. Oh, Caitlin put it up. It's going faster up there than my own phone. $14.95. I was so close to my own number. $14.95 for the pair too.
Did I like the silver what?
And Andrea says she loves our family. Did Zeb like the silver Lumiere? We have not been to the shop, so he didn't know. Heidi got you a Lumiere candlestick.
Oh, well, I will go check that out. I haven't been over there for a little bit.
Les is really mad because somebody gave us 2 thumbs down. It's okay, Les.
We've had a lot of people that don't normally watch the channel for whatever reason. Our videos have been getting pushed out to a lot of new people. And welcome, we appreciate you watching. But not everybody appreciates our style, so we've got an influx of thumbs down.
We got
It's
some
fine.
haters. So Leslie said that she bought a pitcher for her gravy like we do because her son-in-law, I think she said, loves gravy. So you can't just have a regular gravy boat.
No.
My hair is different. My bun's just flopped forward.
His hair is getting longer.
It's not towing the line. There, is that better?
No, it's not gonna fix. You're just gonna mess it up and get a bunch of wispies.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so we have two of these. One has a plate. Neither one of them have the ladle.
But you don't need the ladle. Do you know why you use these? They are perfect for forcing bulbs.
Oh.
If you look at any like proper French country home or like really chic boutiques, they use these urns with or without the plate, without the top, to force bulbs in.
There you go. These are no longer for eating. These are for bulbs, in case you needed to know that.
Yeah, so that one is $24.95, and then the other one I think is like $22.95 or $20.95. I priced them different because that one has the plate, and then this one is exact same one without the plate. But they're good either way. A really good bulb to force, if you can still get them, is paper whites. And check the variety because some of them don't smell great, but they're really, really pretty. And I love ironstone. Andrea says we call that the peacock, and they're not. Oh, they're Japan. Does that one say Japan underneath it? Eliza, Zeb, can you see if that one says Japan underneath it?
Yeah, I'll look.
A lot of ironstone is made in Japan, so that's good to check. These are used for soup,
This
but
doesn't have.
we use them to plant in, or to just look pretty on your shelf.
It does say Japan.
Oh, they're both from Japan. So Allison is on here. She collects ironstone. It's actually how I met her. She came to the shop and asked if I had any ironstone. The other one we have, this one is from Portugal. It's a little bit newer, and it's a really fun shape. Again, missing the ladle, and it has a lid, but I actually think, and this one has a chip, which I don't know if I included in the listing, but I meant to because I took a picture of it. This one was made in Portugal and it was $4. Oh, Remy says, I thought she said force bowls. Force bulbs. So like planting bulbs, you plant them and you put them in the sun.
Force them to sprout.
You use the force. Or like you force choke them.
Do I need to sand that?
If you don't know what force choking is, then you don't know Star Wars. And that one's $19.95 because it's a little bit more modern and it has a chip. But it's bigger, which is fun.
And you know, the plants don't care if it's got a chip.
No. Plants don't care, I don't care. Let's talk about this heart. It's almost Valentine's Day.
What do we got, like 12 days?
Yeah, I wouldn't buy anything like overtly Valentine's, but hearts are always good, and Jean says she loves them, so we're always gonna have hearts in the shop.
That's a pressed tin heart.
Exactly, it looks like a ceiling tile. It was $2. It originally came from Robert's Crafts, which is no longer in. What is this? Oh, thanks. Caitlin added the small chip. Anyways, $12.95 for this cute heart, and I'm not going to paint it. You could paint it, but I also think it's cute the way that it is.
Let's see, this is up. There we go. Now I'm hanging it up right. We have another clock.
Two clocks, and you weren't even with me.
I know. I don't even know what's going on. This one's just cool because it's gold and looks like brass in the center.
So we're going to paint it.
Okay.
I'm hoping that when you take these screws out, that I can get to these numbers, because the inside in the middle is like textured and detailed, so I think it would be gorgeous painted.
Well, I left my drill at the other house, but I have another one. I can go see if I can get that off, and we'll see tonight.
And that one is gonna be $26.95 painted.
This is like a bonus because usually these are all together. You basically, if you bought this or are thinking about it, you get 2 for 1. This is cool by itself. This is cool by itself. Together, they're awesome.
I think somebody planted in it and they put it outside, so now you get the awesomeness that is the chippy paint.
It's actually rusty.
$3 is the price, and I can't remember how much I'm selling it for, so we're going to wait. Heather says, pretty kitchen, thanks. It's mostly finished.
And it's mostly done.
It's mostly
You know, we're like,
finished.
oh, we're gonna finish that next week. Oh yeah, we gotta finish moving.
$16.95 and it's sold.
We'll get to that in the week after we're done moving. Oh yeah, we're launching a line of decoupage paper.
Yeah, we got that coming up. But that's
Maybe
okay,
the week after that.
'cause the
Oh
works-
yeah, we're trying to get paintbrushes going.
It's a lot of things going on. Oh, by the way, I totally underestimated like how difficult it would be to scrub my gross house that we're moving out of. And so if you ordered a craft box, they are shipping Monday. Not because my team is behind, because they are already boxed up and beautiful, but because we need to shoot the video and slap the QR code, so we'll do that Monday.
The
and
how
get them
to
out
put
you.
your craft box together video.
So if you ordered a craft box, they are coming one day late. Next time I'll be better. Okay, disclaimer.
I love everything about this globe. I love blue. I love gray. I love cream colors with blue and gray. And I love globes.
I thought it was old, but I think it's either from Target. If you didn't know, that's the fancy name for Target. Or Anthropologie, because I saw one just like that at Anthropologie, and I bought a small one for Odelia.
This is brass.
And it's got cast iron in the
Actually,
base.
this might be tin that's made to look like brass.
Yeah, it's got cast iron in the base. You know how sometimes they're like not super, like they fall over easy, but because of the cast iron, it really holds it down well. Signed, Jacqueline says, haha, love you, Zeb. What did you say?
I don't know.
Oh, you're just fun. I love you too. Anyway, so that was $4 and it's $14.95.
Who doesn't need a toile crazed basin, whatever this is?
I think I called it an oval bowl.
Oval bowl. Also
Or
good for
planter.
forcing bulbs.
Also good for forcing bulbs.
I'm gonna bring it
It's
close.
got almost like a little face on the side though.
Yeah, it is like a face. I'm gonna bring it close to see if you guys can see the crazy.
Oh, she was saying that she loves you about the globe. Got it.
See all that crackle on there? Linda, I don't know if you got a craft box. I put together like 90 of them.
Linda, if you're not sure, you can always
I
email.
did the cutouts. I didn't put them together.
Yeah, the gals of the shop put them together. If you go to info@JamiRayVintageHome.com, send an email, and Caitlin can always check things out for you. So it's kind of a group effort. I designed the cutout. Zeb cut the cutout. I designed the stencils. My stencil lady cut the stencils. I ordered the paint and the little tubs and such for the paint, and then the gals at the shop assembled it. So with our powers combined, we have created a craft box. Ooh, Deb says she has a surprise. I like that. And Kai says that is a rare size, unusual and good. So that was $12 and it's already sold for $28.95. The reason why that's good is because of the roses on it. Like, I feel like if it was just that color without roses, it'd be like, okay, but the roses make it good.
Fun little mannequin. It has a
Les, don't send her anything.
It has a quote on there. It says, "In solitude I sit quietly and listen to the whispers of his wisdom."
That also came from Marlene, unless somebody else dropped it off on the back porch next to Marlene's stuff. And so I would have paid probably like $5-ish, and I think I sold it for $12 or $14.95, somewhere in there. Kaylin will drop the link and then I will confirm.
This is like the sleeper find right here. You guys don't even know. We didn't even know. Jamie got it home and she was like, guess what?
It's Pyrex. So normally these would have a lid on the top.
So it says, for cold liquids only, do not use metal stir. Caution, not for freezer or range top use. But it's Pyrex and it has the measurements here.
So that was $12.95, not $14.95 for that little mannequin. And I probably charged a little bit more, but I got it for free, so passing a good deal on. But yeah, I love that it has that. It would have had a little like topper on it, I think originally, because I don't know, like Crescent Moon Cottage, Donna knows Pyrex. I don't really know it that well, but I looked it up and it had a topper. So I just thought it was cute because I like the stripes. I didn't even know it was Pyrex till I got home. For $1, I didn't care.
So right here, it says it's a pint or a quart and a half. So that's 40 ounces. That's right there.
$12.95. You know what's the problem with a quart and a half? Kool-Aid packets are 2 quarts.
Or they're a quart and a
1
half. They're 2
Yeah,
quarts.
so how do you make a pack of Kool-Aid?
But they're a quart and a half if you want them to be extra flavorful. But watch out, they'll stain the carpet more.
But it's probably good for like making orange juice. I don't know. I know. I actually don't buy Kool-Aid anymore, just so you know.
All right, we have this Crocs set here. that's like this fun. This reminds me of Hey Sailor. It's almost navy, but it's bright, and which I really like actually.
I actually feel like if Hey Sailor and Blue Iris had a baby,
Yeah.
they'd be this color.
If you don't know what we're talking about, those are DIY paint colors. Hey Sailor and Blue Iris.
Chris says Jamie ain't answering that. We don't talk about that, Les.
I didn't see, so I don't
That's
even
all
know.
right. So this was ironically $15 the other week, and I waited, and it went down to $10, which is a
And
great
they do
deal
have
for a
rubber
canister
seals
set.
on them.
And these are going to be $42.95 for the set of 4 of them. And I've never had a canister set that I didn't sell, and I love them. I think they're so pretty.
I thought that they were going to be nesting canisters, like your ones that we got in France that are enamel, but they're
No,
not. They won't
they're
go
not.
in.
Oh, Chris wants to know if Renee's missing Bronco. Probably. Bronco's a good dog. In case you didn't know, Bronco is my nephew David's dog, and my sister Renee was doggy sitting, and then the dog just went to go live with my nephew again in Hawaii. It's a rough life for Bronco in Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm sure he's suffering. He might be missing Renee because, you know, dogs, they don't always do well with change. They like things to be the same every day.
Yeah, but Bronco probably missed his girls. All right, so I want to try to get that off. Eliza, would you go grab me some nail polish remover and some cotton swabs?
Well,
This is somebody was trying to make it better, but it's a really cool crock, and then somebody put some acrylic paints on it.
do you want acetone or non-acetone? Because I only have a little bit of acetone.
Why don't you bring us both and we'll see.
Yeah, I want the one with acetone.
Oh, so I only have a little bit left of that.
That's okay, we'll get you more.
That was a good one.
She's like, but my supplies are running low. I don't know if I want to share it with you.
Amazon has more. Bring me the
In
stuff.
in my mind, I'm like,
We paid for that.
yeah, I'm like, who got that for you originally? Like, did you buy that, or what's going on?
It does have a crack on the inside, but it doesn't go all the way through. And I almost wonder if that was just like from when they made it. You know what I mean? Like how they like joined it together. This crock was $1.50 and is sold for $14.95.
Rays are going to Hawaii. That would be awesome, but there's no plans as of yet that I know of.
I don't want to
been
wear
2
a
years
mask
since
on the
we've been.
beach, so I'm holding out.
All right, hand me all we have left to show is what you have over there. So you gotta hand me
Okay.
stuff.
Well, let's show them these Crocs.
Yeah, these.
I don't know how much. Well, this is $14.95. That's right.
So these ones here are. They say beveled.
They say something. Where?
Freeburg.
Oh, they do. Bev Freeburg
Bev
with a fish,
Freeburg.
like the Jesus fish.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look up Bev Freeburg. I didn't even see that.
I
Good
really
job.
like these because they've got like almost like a stoneware look to them, but this brown stripe. Usually they're like dark with a light stripe. This brown stripe is really cool. It's not as dark as they usually are.
So maybe underpriced these because there's a mug of hers on eBay for $39.95.
Do you want me to
So
take that?
whatever. I paid $1 and $1.50. I just love that she has a little. What?
Just leave the stuff, sweetie.
Just leave the stuff and I'll take care of it. Thank you. No. All right, hold on. $19.95 for those set. You do have to wear a mask on the beach unless you're in the water, Caitlin. I checked. So
Yeah.
$19.95 for
Anywhere
them,
you
but
go.
for
Like if
Bev,
you're
that's a
hiking,
good deal.
If you're hiking, you know, you can have it off, I think, but you gotta like stay socially distant if other people are on the trail. There's like a bunch of rules.
I don't actually know. I'm just gonna stay here and
But
just
you know
go
what?
junking.
They have very, very low numbers there, and I think if they had high numbers, it could be catastrophic. You know, kind of like when things hit isolated areas, everybody gets it.
Kathy, I don't know who painted that picture because it's a reprint, but I'll see if I can find that out for you. I wanted to look inside of it. So it looks like they used them for flour or something.
Yeah.
But ironically, I found
great for
them
sugar.
in separate locations. One was, you know where they keep the little figurines?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was with like the kitchen stuff.
Oh. Yeah, these would be really good
So,
for sugar.
yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have a spoon with them, but
And if somebody buys that, they might be worth more because
you know, just put it on a charcuterie
I
board
looked
with
her
a
up.
spoon. You know, have a whole little thing going for you.
Les, my bun is not backwards, it's flopped forwards. It's just throwing everybody off. All right. You talk about this, Deb, and I'll fix my bun because it's
What
bugging
to
me
say
too.
about this tiny little jewelry box? Usually you pass these up, so I'm curious what made you buy this one. This was $1.50. It's usually me that's getting like the little drawers and things. 'cause
Why do you think I bought that one? Just
Because the velvet's in good condition.
Because it's not ugly. Some of the times the velvet is so bad. I'm like,
yeah, sometimes you open these up and it's like makeup spilled all over them.
but light pink is cute. Also, I like the shape. The shape is not done.
I would almost guarantee we're gonna paint it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get painted. I paid $1.50. And did Caitlin drop the link? Not yet. What did Les say?
I don't know. I can't keep up with the chat.
Oh.
There's 1,100 people watching right now. Like, who can read that fast?
$14.95 and it's sold. Because somebody else thought the velvet wasn't gross too. I don't love gold orangey harvest orange. It's just not.
So this was $1.50. Did Caitlin get this link up yet?
Yeah, $14.95.
$14.95.
Okay, it's better. It just was weird, Les. I don't know. All
right, we have 2 more things to show. These are exciting.
Oh no, we have these.
Oh.
So 75 cents for this. It would be great for artwork. It has felt on the inside. Do you think it's actually old or was it made for artwork?
No, I think it's actually old. Even if it was made for artwork, it was probably at least made in like the 50s.
Yeah, I think it would be so cute with like a watercolor print.
At the very latest, the 70s. Like I haven't seen something like this in art for a long, long time.
Oh, my chat is delayed, Jamie. That's what Caitlin says. And Yumiko would really love 900 more likes. And Julia says painted jewelry boxes sell very well in her area. $8.95 is how much I'm charging.
So this is really cool. It almost works like a hermetic jar, right? It has the clasp. There's felt on the inside here.
Why did you do that to the hook?
What do you mean do that?
It's a dress pant hanger. Oh, they were made for pants. Well, I would use it for art.
We would definitely use it for art. What do you mean, why did I do that to the hanger? It's like a hermetic jar. You close it and that clasps it together.
Oh. I just thought it was cute.
Yeah, otherwise you can't get this open if you don't drop that down.
I just forced it open earlier.
You're sweet.
That's not my drink. Hold on. Anyway,
I'll be right back. Tell them about your book find.
Well, I'm going to tell them about this cute bear mug. I was born in 1982. It's not a secret how old I am. So, and when I was born in the 80s, bears were really popular, which apparently the 80s are now retro. I don't like to think I'm that old, but I found this mug and it is very cute. I think it is just adorable, and it was 50 cents and I could not pass it up. And I think I marked it for, I normally sell mugs for $9.95, but I think I marked this one for less because it was such a really good deal. I think I marked it for like $6.95. I'm waiting for Caitlin to drop this link. But anyways, and bears are actually really, really collectible. I didn't realize that till I found those bears that were in that tin like a month ago, and it sold super fast. Yeah, $5.95. But I think it's really cute. And this one, it has like a boy bear and a girl bear, and it's purple, which is my favorite color because of Lehi purple. So anyways, and I think it's ceramic or stoneware.
I don't know. It's hard to say if it's stoneware. I don't think it's stoneware. I would say ceramic.
Debbie says if you're retro, I'm antique in 1956. You're vintage.
Vintage.
So you're still good. Even if you were antique, that'd be awesome because that means you'd be 100 years old.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want to live to 100?
All right, book time.
Let's talk about 100-year-old things. Speaking of which, so we've been looking for art that we can use for decoupage paper, and we've been looking for like old books before, like, because there's like a certain amount of time for things, and I love the artwork on this book. This is the Journal of American History. Paid $7 for it, and Zeb, when did you say it was 1910?
This is 1910.
And apparently they came out quarterly, and they were $3.50. And I just think it's
There's
really cool.
pictures inside. These are just black and white pictures, but look at the font here. Like, all the pages are like this. Look at the artistry on this. I mean, the book's falling apart. I need to handle it better, but
we've been wanting to collect some really old things that we thought were pretty to like decorate but also keep. And so we are starting to collect like books. I'm keeping those napkin rings from last week just to kind of like build a collection.
I love it. Everybody's chiming in so that we can see if they're vintage or antique or retro.
Wendy, I did not stencil the grain sack. This is an authentic one.
That
I actually have a whole basket of real grain sacks because I'm kind of a grain sack nut. I love them. So the next one, guys, this one is from 1902. This is the binding for it, and I'm going to do some research. I don't know if it's better to try to fix it or just
So
leave
it
it
goes,
separate.
it goes on, oh, this book is like,
Please be careful with my 100-year-old book.
so it goes like that.
It's delicate. It was $25 for this book. It's got a beautiful leather binding, and it is Utah biographies for Salt Lake City and vicinity. And
It actually has like some of my ancestry in the book and like history that we didn't know that we're gonna delve into and check out.
yeah, so we're getting into family history. I don't know if you guys know, we found out that his family, the Petersons, helped settle the area that we live in. They originally immigrated from Sweden. And so we've kind of been getting into family history a little bit more. And I found this book and I was like, for 25 bucks, I could not pass it up.
The inside is in much better condition than, I'm gonna see if I can show you this without having this whole thing
We gotta be
fall
super
apart.
careful. I'm going to digitize all of the people that we know are related to Zeb, so that way we can put it up for his family to read.
Check out how all of the like new paragraphs start for new people.
Lolly says, don't fix it unless professionally done and it will be money. Done. I actually think it would be worth it to try to get this fixed, at least to get this attached to the back, because I want this to last. I think it should be repaired too. I think so too. So originally it was from the Salt Lake Library, and it has a bunch of people from Utah. And in the back there's an index. The only thing that's crazy in the index is like alphabetized, but it's alphabetized in, you know, A, B, C, D, but then the last names are not alphabetized. They actually show up and when they showed up in the book by that letter. So it makes my eye twitch a little bit. And I'm not even OCD. All right, let's get to painting.
Get to painting. Well, I
Eliza
gotta take this
allotted me
apart.
one cotton situation.
No, I did not.
Oh, there's a whole pile there. Okay. So this is
She's
the stuff.
like,
This is
wait,
the
wait,
good
wait.
stuff.
I gave you more than that.
I don't know if this is gonna work,
Yeah, that's
You might have to-
acetone.
but I promised whoever bought this. Oh yeah, it's working.
Yeah, you might just have to like give it. It's
I
like
knew
the
it would
carpet.
come off. Yeah, it's like the carpet. You gotta work on it. I knew it would come off because it was already starting to come off. Debbie's
gonna
gonna be
leave you
73 here pretty soon.
I'm gonna leave you alone for just a second. I'm gonna go find
Kathy
a
said-
screwdriver.
Repair it, money well spent. So I have no idea how books, like how much books are worth from 1902, but I just love having a little bit of history, something I can pass down to my kids. Leslie said, oh, the beachy items. Can you bring me those beachy items over there?
Yeah, that's
Somehow-
kind of showed up.
Yeah, Zeb left them. Zeb set up the live because I was busy scrubbing carpets.
Except for, you want me to bring the broken one?
Yeah, so one of the beachy items is broken. We put that in the listing. We're gonna glue it together and paint them. I don't do a lot of beachy in my store, but they sell really well online because I have a lot of people that love it, that follow us online. Odelia is gonna be on the news tonight because they did a parade for Brooklyn, who is in our city and in our like school district, and I guess school boundaries, I think. And she was in a really bad accident last year, and she's been recovering for like the last year, and she was supposed to go on a cruise for Make-A-Wish and couldn't because of the situation. So they did this really fun big parade, and all the cheerleaders went, and they had like a big semi-truck. It was really cool to see everybody there. All right, so let's show these. These were $1.50 each. There's a sand dollar, and it has hanging hardware on the back. And then there's a seahorse. And then, unfortunately, we had an accident, but we were totally gonna fix it. We have a seashell, and they're big. I don't know that whoever, because I think they're sold. I don't know whoever bought them if they realized how big they are, but they're like a really good size, and they're gonna be super cute redone. So we're just gonna use construction adhesive on this one and then paint them. I actually was thinking of painting them skeleton key and white wax because then they'll look a lot like they do now. But we need to take them to the shop because I don't have the construction adhesive here. But once we fix it, they will be good as new. Oh, Leslie said these are hers. All right, Leslie, do you think skeleton key and white wax is good? Because I think it'll look good. Let me know. I'll look at the comments.
All right.
She says, ooh, so I think she likes that. All right, Zeb, we're gonna take these to the shop and fix them.
What's wrong with them?
This one broke, so I'm gonna use construction adhesive. It like did not chip, it just was a clean break, so it'll be easy to fix.
So I can't find a tiny little screwdriver because these are very small Phillips. So I'm just using the tip of this knife to screw this out.
Wait,
Don't-
I have a screwdriver in my room.
Do you have a
What?
little baby? You know what you need? You need jean screwdrivers.
Is that why I can't find any of my stuff? It's all in Eliza's room.
No, it's only one thing.
All right, hurry.
Donna, they do. I showed you the hanging hardware on the back. So Jean has a baby screw set because she inevitably does a little bit of repairing for me every now and then for my finds.
The knife is actually working pretty well.
Lolly says she's sitting here painting a mannequin skeleton key. Skeleton key's good. I haven't used it in a while.
It's one of my favorites. It's like a smoky, light bluish gray. It's awesome.
This doesn't have any markings on this one, I don't think. Remy says Leslie stopped buying all this stuff. Hey, Leslie holds back. I know she's been downsizing. Donna says she loves skeleton keys. So we're gonna get paint out here a little bit. If you're new here, you might not know that we carry the products that we use at jamirayvintage.com. We have some great paints, stencils, we have milk paint, brushes, IOD, resin, molds. So if you love painting thrifted finds, it's a really great website. And right now, so we are discontinuing our Paint Pixie line. No, there's no beef, we're still friends. We're just going separate ways. They've got some stuff they're doing and we got some stuff we're doing. And so all of the Paint Pixie brushes, not including the stencil brushes or the turquoise iris line, but everything else is 25% off until it's gone. So if you haven't capitalized on that sale.
Hey, guess what? The glass is attached to the front and it's completely separate.
Okay, careful.
Oh, and I was thinking it was going to be plastic, but it's real glass.
Oh, speaking of glass, don't forget those paintings that you painted last week. You
Yeah.
broke the glass in one, so you have to fix it.
I know, I was scraping the paint off and the glass snapped. I was like, what? That never happens. What's going on with my life? That was the same day I broke that box. I was like, I can't right now.
Jean says she learns a lot from us. I learned a lot for you. Jean was the one that turned me on to using lemon oil, and now we make our own Jami Ray Vintage lemon oil to take price tags off.
Okay, the battery works on that. That's good.
Nice.
It's keeping time, but
That's good
what do
'cause
you
we
want to
need
do with these numbers?
I just want to paint them. Paint them whatever you want.
Just the numbers, right?
No, I want to paint everything. Because look how this is like embossed.
Okay.
So paint it whatever color you want. I don't care. Well, I mean, I do care. I would prefer not hot
Where's
pink.
my special painting towel?
Where can I find a basket weave leather rug? I don't know. I actually think I saw one of my retailers or wholesalers had leather rugs, and I didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to look.
Am I painting that whatever color I want, or did you have something special in mind?
What? I don't know. What? Throw me out some options.
I have beadboard,
No.
weatherwood,
No.
kissing booth,
No.
prairie gray. I'm thinking the beadboard might be the ticket. That gold coming through the white would be good.
Okay, but then we can't do a colored wax. You know what? How about weathered wood?
Weathered wood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question, what is the Caddy brush? So the Caddy is supposed to, when you brush it over a recently brushed surface, it gets rid of brush strokes. I can neither confirm nor deny. I'm not gonna lie, I've used the Caddy a ton just for buffing wax. So that's what I'm offering. Caddy is short for CAD, which is Control Alt Delete, you know, like when you delete stuff on the computer, and it's supposed to delete brush strokes. Les says she's getting a bunch of snow, but she's gonna stay in, so it's not a problem. Do you guys see it's taking that off? So if you go to the thrift store and you see something really cool, but you don't love the paint job and you notice that it's coming off, chances are you can probably get it off if you try, because if it's already coming off, you know that it wasn't like manufactured that way. And it's okay, somebody had fun painting on it, and now somebody's gonna enjoy a really great primitive mini crock. This is actually big enough that you could put wooden spoons in it. It'd be so cute.
Sorry, so I don't have lights in the garage yet.
Lolly says Caddy is good for wax and big canvas painting.
So it's taken me a while to find all my supplies that I needed out of the garage.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. And now I set my brush down somewhere.
I thought that I was gonna get to painting tonight, but I'm gonna have to buy Eliza some more.
Oh, that's fine. We know where it comes from.
You want me to take that off?
No, it's actually very satisfying.
Well,
You know what I want? I want you to scrub the carpet at the old house and get the rest of that pink and red off. Which do you prefer to do over a transfer, wax or sealer? I just like to use a sealer because it's easy. What do you think, Sam? Watch
Yeah.
out.
See what?
Hopefully you have your safety glasses. Zeb's flinging.
Do you need that?
I like wax just because I feel like it helps with the burnishing, and I just like the finish of wax. It's nice.
Shasta, what brushes are you going to carry? So I'm going to be manufacturing the JRV stencil brushes, Zeb and I are, and we're going to carry the DIY brushes, the synthetic ones, and we're going to continue to carry Zebra. We may start carrying some of the Worcester. I just signed up to be a retailer. I don't know if we've gotten approved yet, and because I really love the Worcester Foam King brushes. They're really great for top coat, and then I don't know. We may start doing some brushes on our own, but we're simplifying our brush line. And the DIY brushes have a lot that Paint Pixie had, but they're synthetic, so we're gonna keep carrying those. Renee says y'all are getting nor'easter. I don't know what that means.
That's a terrible storm in the northwest or northeast United States, northwest.
Did they name it that, or that's just what they call it?
That's what they call it. That's what they
like
call
every
it.
time or just this time?
No, every time you get a bad storm.
Oh, okay. I thought, as you know how they name like hurricanes?
No.
I was like, that's an interesting name, nor'easter. Does it just mean like a northeastern snowstorm?
It's just a bad storm that typically comes in off the ocean, off the Atlantic there, and carries lots and lots of moisture with it. Like, think of like snowflakes like this big, just coming down as fast as you can imagine. It's ridiculous. Like, we don't get snow like that out here.
Goof off, we'll take it off. So will acetone. It's coming, guys. Jami, use.
Why are you trying to read it up there? You have the comment here.
Use oven cleaner. Oh gosh, oven cleaner stinks. I don't even own oven cleaner. I have a self-cleaning oven. Are you supposed to use oven cleaner? I just turn on the self-cleaner and then vacuum it out with a shop vac. Although I found out, Zeb, that those bolts that are on the inside of the oven come off and you can get to the inside. So I wanted you to look at that to see if we could do that to the old stove. Maybe not. It would make
You're going too far in.
Yeah.
You went too detailed with the cleaning for me.
Anna loves Worcester. Nice. Yeah. The nice thing is that Worcester actually has way more than Amazon carries. So I'm gonna
Or
look
Home
into that.
Depot or wherever you can get
Yeah.
it. Like
Nobody here carries their stuff.
like we were looking through their catalog. We're like, wow, there's a lot of options that you never see.
Yeah, and a lot of times people don't want to wait for it to be delivered, so they'll love it that we have it in the shop. So super excited about that. Okay, let's see. Carolyn, that means Jane says that means Jane in New York is getting it. I bet Jane Brown is getting it.
Yeah. Well, like, so when I was in Connecticut, like a nor'easter would be coming in, and you would literally, if you didn't have bread or milk or any of the essentials like that, you couldn't find them. Like, they would clear the shelves every time.
And that is why we have food storage. Someday we'll show you.
Yeah, but I was a poor missionary,
Well,
and
I
so
know,
I
but
bought
the
my
same, like,
groceries
that's-
every week. I did not have food storage.
But that's why we have it, because back east, a lot of people shop like day to day.
It was okay though, like we never went without. Like, we would have members feed us.
Yeah.
Jamie used to send me gift
sent you
cards,
food.
and she's like, here.
I also sent you food
Yep,
and money.
yep.
Do you need more nail polish remover?
Nope, I feel like I can probably get the rest of this. All right, I might pass this on to later because I'm going to paint something because I'm sure you guys are tired of me watching. But anyways, you get the point. I'm getting it off there.
You should just show them the back, be like, look, I'm done.
And ta-da! Tom says if it gets below 40 people, clear the shelves. Which heat gun do we guys like?
So-
Wagner's good.
So I really like this Wagner. It gets hot. It doesn't necessarily blow super hard, which is good for the videos because it's not ultra loud. But it'll get to about 500 degrees, and you can burn your paint if you're not careful. So keep it moving, but it does get stuff dry. And if you want to get that forced crackle effect that you can get with some paints, it works really good for that. Like if your paint's still wet and you hold it in a spot and your paint's thick, you can make it crackle. So this was pretty slick. It was like a shiny plastic. So I'm just heat gunning it because it's going to take 2 coats so that we can show you what it looks like distressed back in maybe some white wax. Do we have white wax here?
Do I have white wax?
It's not a question of do you have it, it's more of a
cupboard.
it's more of
I
a
have the jewelry box.
it's more of a question of are we out?
No, we're not out of white wax. I mean, I guess I could run out because I do love it. So I'm gonna use petticoat pink because I love light pink on a jewelry box.
Here, let me show you this real quick so you can kind of see. I got pretty good coverage with one coat, but there's a little bit of streaky up around the rim of this, and I want it to have good solid coverage for when Jami waxes it or I wax it or one of us waxes it.
Or Jean waxes it, depends on where we're at. So I'm using the sampler, which is really good to fit inside the pints and sample jars because you got to get down in there. And it works really great on smooth, flat-ish surfaces. This one isn't super detailed. So I'm gonna get this painted. So a lot of times people ask us about like not painting the bottoms. So we either paint the bottoms or we like, Jean, one time when we bring them to the shop, she'll like wipe them off, or we sand the paint off the bottom. So that way it's a nice, neat, clean look. Like in this case, there's like felt on the bottom, so I wouldn't want to paint over that. But if you sand it, or you can just wash the paint off because it's water-based, and it looks nice and neat. Or just set it down and don't look at it, and then you wouldn't even know. Oh my goodness. Debbie says it was negative 17 degrees this afternoon with wind chill factor. You know what it did yesterday here? It rained.
Yeah, we were supposed to be getting all this snow. It's been raining, even in the night. Like we woke up a little dusting this morning.
So I'm not.
But there's like 2 feet of fresh powder on the mountains, which is where we need it. You know, they can keep it up in the mountains and I'll deal with the rain down here. But if the mountains don't get snow, we don't have water in the summer.
Yep, so we want snowpack. We're like, we gotta have the snow for the water in this. I'm like, no, you only have to have it in the mountains, and I don't live there. Caitlin says it's always cool to see how we are so different. And Zeb's family in the winter time, his sister Caddy is always showing us like how warm it is there, and we're like, oh, it's so cold here. And then in the summertime when they're like frying, we're like, oh, it's so much nicer here. But it's, you know, there's give and take. Although it snowed in Tucson last week. That was funny. I was like, that's unfortunate. As hot as you are in the summer, you should not have to deal with snow in the winter. But it does freeze there a few times a year.
Yeah, well, we've lived in Tucson. We
lived in Tucson.
So
for a
Tucson
very
butts up
short
against
amount.
like Mount Lemmon right there. Like there's a big mountain range that gets lots of snow right in Tucson's backyard.
I love some of the people in Tucson. I don't actually love Tucson. I'm not a big desert landscaper.
Okay.
I like it in the spring when you have blossoms for my tulips.
I think 2 coats is gonna do it.
You won't have water where? So our water here in Utah, we have like glaciers in the mountains, and we have a bunch of snow, and then it melts throughout the year and then feeds our lakes and rivers and our groundwater. So if we don't get enough of a snowpack, if we just get like rain that just soaks into the ground here and kind of goes away, then we don't have enough water, and then we have droughts, and we've had a really dry year. So we've been enjoying.
Well, and if we don't get rain, and if Colorado doesn't get rain and snow, then Lake Powell doesn't fill up, Lake Mead doesn't get water, Arizona and Nevada don't get water. Lots of California uses that water. Like it's a big deal out west here.
Essentially, Kimberly says, Mount Lemon's great, warm in Tucson, snow on the mountain. So we lived in an area really close to pine trees in Arizona called, it was the Prescott area. And so when we moved to Tucson to live with his family, I really missed the pine trees. I was a newlywed, missing home, and his dad said, let's go camping. And I was like, yes, because to me, camping means go to the forest and the pine trees.
We went to the desert.
I was like, what? Who camps with cactus? Apparently his dad does. I was less than impressed. Went home the next day and I was like, if you take me camping again, there better be pine trees.
We did go camping up in the Rincons. after that. My dad was like, okay, we'll go to some pine trees.
Don't take me to no desert to camp. That's called you got stuck and your car broke down and you had to sleep. That's when you camp in the desert. Otherwise, pine trees.
Been camping in the desert the whole life. My whole life, I didn't know. I didn't know you had to be broke down.
What shade of farmhouse finish is closest to petticoat pink? I actually don't know if there's one close to this. And Sweet Pickin's First Crush is almost identical to petticoat pink.
So question, am I leaving this or am I painting this?
Painting it.
Because I think it would be cool two-toned with the white wax.
No.
Come on now.
No.
Is it too masculine for you?
It's not masculine, it's just...
Well, just stress those letters back so you can see them good, because right now
It's
they
like
kind
Hollywood Regency meets farmhouse.
of go away.
I mean, it's okay.
All right, I'll paint it.
You should have gone to Sholo. Yeah, we've been to Sholo. Zed
My
has
grandparents
family-
live in Cholo.
Family there.
Sholo, Snowflake, Taylor area. I got like gobs of family up there.
I'm gonna have to move this over.
I spent my summers going to Sholo and Taylor and Snowflake.
Test it, let it stay.
And Lakeside.
Sandra's decor says paint it.
Yeah, it's.
He agrees.
Sometimes
He likes to try to.
I like to throw a contradictory opinion out there, but it's 99% of the time I'm like, let's just see what they
If he
say.
really didn't want to do it, he wouldn't.
I'm the oldest of 6, right? I have to tease a little bit or else my life is not complete, and neither is yours.
I was raised like by myself because my sisters are much older than me. So I don't do teasing because nobody teased me.
I'm a very mild teaser. I don't mean
It's
tease.
good.
I don't mean
brother
tease.
Ty teases a lot, and Jamie don't play that.
Once I realize it's no longer funny, I'm done.
Yeah, because I think sometimes people think teasing is funny, but really it's not. It's just maybe the person doing it thinks it's funny, but I don't enjoy it.
Although my sisters and my, it's something I've grown into. My siblings would probably be like, what are you talking about? You don't mean tease.
Well, you mean tease them, but I'm not your sister. I'm your wife.
As the oldest sibling, you have to establish the pecking order early.
And if you want me to act like your wife, you better not tease me. All right.
Okay, you're getting crazy. Look what you did to the countertop.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah, you drugged this over there.
All right. Well, good thing it's wood. Can you fix
It's
that?
fine. It'll wipe right up. It's DIY paint.
Let me shake my less than white washcloth.
That probably has some peanut butter on
Oh, it has peanut butter. So I heard peanut butter takes paint off,
it. Really? I was like,
but it wipes right off. The oil wax actually has held up surprisingly well.
Yeah, it's done really good.
And if we have a problem, I'll just sand it and put more oil wax on it. Les says full moon tonight. Hi, Jack. It's 9:44. Aren't you supposed to be?
You better
in
get to.
PED?
Hey, where are your pajamas, Odelia?
Oh, I thought he was just in underwear when you said that. Go put your pajamas on, Jack.
He has.
Sometimes he sleeps in underwear, but
If
lately
he
he's
gets
been
hot, I told him he could sleep in his underwear because he's like, Dad, I'm hot, I can't sleep. I'm like, well, you're wearing like those woolen pajamas that are like neck to toe. And anyway, I told him he could sleep in his underwear. So now he's been like, he took that as a sign that he could wear underwear around the house all the time. We're like, no,
No, you must
you
wear
got
pants.
sisters, you need to have
modesty.
like clothes on.
But his grandma, my mother, who lives with us, bought him some really cute new pajama sets, and he's been wearing pajamas, which is good because last night at, I don't know, 3 in the morning, he goes, I had a bad dream, can I sleep with you? And normally he sleeps on the floor because I don't like kids in bed with me. Sorry if that makes me a mean mom. But we have wood floors, and I have not put down our new rug yet. I was like, we're gonna have to crawl in bed. So I snuggle up next to Zeb, right, thinking I give Jack plenty of room. He comes right up my armpit. I'm like, you have a third of a king bed. Why in the actual... Anyways, I didn't get much sleep after
I slept great. Whole night. Until 5 when Redrick and I had to go to wrestling.
You're a snuggler. Yeah. I slept once you left for wrestling with Redrick. Anyways. And then he woke up and he's like, Mom, your bed is so comfy and it's Saturday, so I'm going to sleep an extra hour. And he legit rolled over, closed his eyes, and went back to bed. I was like, I wish I could do that. Go back to sleep that easy. I sent Zeb a picture of him, like, his arms are kind
You
of...
just gotta not care about your schedule that day, and you can do it.
Jax doesn't care about his schedule. Les says he loves you. Yes, Zeb does love me. In case anybody was wondering. It's funny because we get a lot of questions or comments, I guess, about our relationship. And I'm like...
Been married 20 years this year. It's, you know, it's stuck pretty good. We're sticking with it.
Pretty sure my marriage is amazing. I don't know if Zeb agrees with that, but I would assume so because he likes it.
Yeah.
So if you don't like my marriage, it's okay because you don't have to live with me. But I love my marriage. Zeb's my best friend.
It's pretty great.
Yep. I try to actually, it's funny because I think Zeb's maybe a little bit more independent than me. Zeb's my emotional support husband. I don't like to do anything without him. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm trying not to be. All right, let's see if I'm gonna let this dry, and then I think I will carefully paint the inside with like an artist brush.
She was real concerned the other day. She's like, just because your brother's coming up and you guys are like best friends from childhood, does that mean that like you're gonna be hanging out over there a lot, working and stuff, and not coming home? I'm like, well, I'm gonna be working a little bit. I mean, I gotta help him get set up and get going. I'm like, well, you're welcome to come hang out if you want.
Leslie said, I think she meant Jack. Did I misspeak? I don't know.
Jack does love us lots. He's a sweetie.
Caitlin said that her boys were usually in Zoom class, but the cameras were off when they were homeschooling, and they were in their underwear. All right.
It's like the business meetings where you see all these memes of people doing Zoom, and then they forget that they're not wearing something from the bottom, or they forget to close their camera off or whatever when they go get a drink.
Sometimes I film with pajama pants on the bottom, but I don't care if people see it. So I'm just using my finger to wipe back some of the paint on this hardware. And when it dries completely, I will wet distress it because I want to bring back some of the detail. And then this is going to get white wax, and it's going to be just this pretty little feminine jewelry box.
You guys, unless you get real close, they're not going to see that.
You guys see that? So when I wet distress it, I would do it now, but Zeb's hogging the heat gun.
I am.
Maybe I'll do it in a minute.
You know, for being shiny plastic, being heat gunned on the first go round, and then the second, this DIY paint is sticking to this so good.
Diana said those mugs are mine. Did you buy the butterfly mugs?
Oh, that's cool.
I
promise not to drop anything. I've been like super paranoid about checking the bottoms of boxes since then.
Box. Well, you're usually actually really cautious. I'm like the one who's like, and I was in here just painting the ceiling tiles that had sold that I needed to get out, and all of a sudden I hear, whoosh, and I was like, glad it wasn't me. And he walked in, he was like all annoyed and upset, but he wasn't mad at me, he was just mad at himself. And I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing. Except for, you get to tell Diane that you messed your plates up. And don't worry, Diane, if you're watching this, I am looking for replacements. We refunded you, but if I find some similar, I'm just going to give them to you. Because I know she really wanted them. They're really cute.
I'm pretty good at owning my mistakes. Typically I'm right, but...
Sandra says, much better painted. Agreed. It's going to get even better when we white wax it. Do you want me to grab that for you?
Yeah, well, you can start doing your magic on this piece. This is pretty well dry. The center part is.
Okay, I'll grab it. We gotta go over these
Are you not able to find your white wax?
I think
What?
Quiet! Don't you be funny. I think you might put it in the box.
I know where some black wax is. It's been in the hall since you waxed the door a week after we moved in.
Well, I'm not done yet. Oh, don't worry.
She's looking. She's going to get it. Oh! Do we have victory?
Because we moved our paint cabinet from the other house and it's still in the box over there. Alright. This is good use of the paper they give us at the thrift store.
I know. I was like, I can't find my towel, but it's not quite big enough. We need to get the towel back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Probably in
obviously.
the laundry room.
We had a mishap. Oh, I don't want to get white wax on this.
You guys are still hanging out with us. Thank you. We appreciate it. I enjoy our Saturday evening talks.
You can buy your own white wax at JamiRayVintage.com. It's fun. I look forward to it. You know, some part of my work is just work, and some part of it is fun. Saturday nights are fun. Can you pass me that? I need to open that.
Yeah, I'll get it for you. It's probably best if I use the knife.
A transfer would look great on the Joybrack Shabby Cat. You are right. Maybe I will do that. A transfer on it, because it would just take a little corner.
All right, you got 3 minutes to wax this. It's been on for 80.
This wax is not fresh.
It got heated up and then.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was like, why is it?
So it got melted in the car.
Oh.
And then it's solidified again, and you probably need to give it like a good stir. If that ever happens to you, just mix your wax up and like cool it off, and you're good to
Or
go.
just use it.
Yeah.
This wax is slightly pink
This non-acetone.
because this had kissing booth on it before. It's okay. You won't be able to tell once I brush it back. You want to get a paper towel or something?
Yes.
I promise I will get on top of my A game now that we're not, well, we're still working on the farmhouse, but not as much. And I will get some reusable stuff to wipe my wax back. Actually, I think, do we still have all those socks from?
I threw them out.
Oh, Tab. We had a bunch of mixed match socks, and
I was clearing out the basement. I was in serious throw out mode.
And I was gonna save those because they're the perfect situation for my wax needs. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll get more mismatched
Mom, remember
socks.
I put those a bunch
I couldn't
of
resist. I had to
mismatched
take a
in
bite
the
of.
basket.
I thought that you only brought matching socks here.
No, I put some stamps in there.
Well,
The
I'm not
stamps
gonna
are
use
good.
stance mix match because those you can still wear mix match.
I know, that's why I brought them.
I want junky ones.
Okay, so you can leave this sit for a while
This is
and
hot.
then buff it back. But we like to wipe them back pretty quick right after waxing. And it kind of blends with the paint when it's all this fresh. And you get
If you
like
don't wipe it back right away, it won't come off very good.
Yeah.
So I would suggest never waiting because getting it off later is no fun. You can always add an extra layer if you need more white wax, but if you let it sit overnight,
There's still kind
Good
of a
luck.
soft pink hue to this.
shh.
What was on your brush?
Kissing booth. What'd you do with the paper towels?
They're in there still.
I have a paper.
Hey, Eliza,
You should come say hi so you're just not the mystery voice behind the camera.
Well,
all
I
the time.
did say hi. but
Did you already say
When
hi?
I peeked in, I did, but I'll say hi again.
If you've
Hello.
never met her, she's our third child, the middle.
she's the
the
middle
middle kid.
child.
Oh,
But nobody can ever say that she's like the forgotten middle child because
Yeah.
Eliza will not be forgotten.
Yeah.
She is the one who has the only birthday that's on its own. Everybody else shares.
Ogilia's coming to say hi too. She's like, I want to say hi.
Hi. Eliza's the only one that doesn't have a birthday within the 2-week period of the others.
so mine is the best.
So her birthdays are usually better because I don't have just the other kids within 2 weeks. I have 4 birthdays, so it's always like the Hunger Games of birthdays. All right, I'll show you guys this in a second. Only I will know that it's got a hint of pink. You really can't tell.
And the 1,068 people still watching.
Okay, well, and those people. And if the person who bought it or who does buy it.
It actually looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool effect. Aren't you glad we painted over the gold? And a little gold might peek through here and there, but so far it's not really coming through.
I didn't hate the golds.
It wasn't bad, but I feel like you lost the detail.
Yeah, this
All right,
really
so
makes
there's the frame.
it pop out.
And we'll let this sit, and then we'll buff it, and then it'll get even more contrasty. But it's good. Elaine says, Odelia is such a shy child. Not true. I only have one shy child.
We've got one.
Frederick, but he's just a little shy. He's actually not really shy by normal people's standards, but by our kids' standards. All right, that needs some.
You gotta be careful with the middle. Don't run it around. That's why it hasn't been super hard buff like you're doing now.
I'm just moving it, and then, well, yeah, but it doesn't look good.
Looks fine. What are you talking about? All right, am I putting that back together real quick so we can
Yeah, we
show
gotta
them?
show them, but I gotta buff it appropriately. Yeah, you don't want to ruin the mechanism. All right, I'm gonna have to, you can't really put it together yet because I gotta get all, maybe just kind of show it to him because I gotta get in between all
I'll
that.
just hold it together.
Okay.
And hope I don't break any more glass this week.
When do the girls date? When they're 16. 16.
For the record, that is also for the boys.
Oh yeah, it's across the board. We are not one way or the other. You're gonna get wax all over that glass, so don't put the glass in there to show them.
It sits on the outside.
Oh, okay. You're right. All right, here we go. Here's the grand reveal. It's gonna be a little bit more contrasty, but basically that's it. I think it looks a lot better this
It's
time.
reflecting all the lights.
All right, how is Harrington doing? Harrington doing at Amazon? He's doing great. He loves it. He has benefits. I love it because he doesn't need any of my money. So everybody's winning. All right, guys, you can visit JamiRayVintage.com for the paint products, for the thrift haul, as well as the other home decor and items that we sell, clothing and whatnot. That's jrvhome.com. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
Love you guys. Thanks for joining
and
us.
thrift hauls
Thrift hauls and shop tours and what else do we do? There's
kids
farmhouse
crying in the
videos.
background.
Bye guys. See you later.